Hey guys, welcome back to Chit Chat Tuesdays. Alright, we're just gonna jump right in. I had someone request that I talk about my divorce. Now, this is gonna be a tricky subject. I am gonna talk about it, but there are gonna be certain aspects where I'm gonna kind of be cryptic just out of respect for my ex-husband. And if you know him and you know the situation, you're probably thinking he does not deserve any respect. But because I am a good, decent human being, I am not going to sit here and slander someone or speak about things that I don't know factually happened without them being able to defend themselves. Also, I have been out with my kiddos all day. It's my son's 6th birthday today. He's playing with all of his new toys right now. But it is his birthday today, so we went out and about. We did all the things, and we went to lunch and all that. So I have had this face on all day. It's very basic, just we're keeping it real mom life right now today. But anywho, so I was married previously. The person that commented and asked, I think must have been the video where I talked about how I met my husband, because she said that she loved videos of, when people talk about how they met their significant others, and she asked if I could talk about my divorce, and so here we are. All right, so I got married around 19, I'd say 18, 19, too young, way too young, like fresh out of high school, got married, way too young. I shouldn't have gotten married. I don't know. I guess that's what I thought I was supposed to do. I thought I was supposed to graduate high school, and I'd been dating the same dude, the entirety of my high school career. And so I just had in my head that that's what you're supposed to do. I'm from a small town, and I guess I just thought you're supposed to graduate, you're supposed to go to college, get married, have kids, die, I guess. I don't know. So that's what I thought I was supposed to do, so that's what I was going to do. I don't even remember how much older he is than me, to be honest. He's probably a good, 4 years older, maybe? Maybe 4 or 5, I don't know, definitely older, and which he was immature, probably still is, I don't know. But quite honestly, he didn't have any business getting married either. But needless to say, he proposed. We got married. Wedding was beautiful. I looked like a child getting married. I do not have any of the photos, or I would show you guys one. I literally don't have a single nothing. I don't even think I have a photo of him anywhere. The last time I spoke to him in person was the day I said I want a divorce, and then I never spoke to him again. And that was probably 13 years ago. So I was young. Also, had very low self-esteem, to be completely honest. So I kind of believed any way he treated me or anything that he said is what I deserved, and that's just how it was going to be. I wasn't going to, I just didn't deserve better. Now I know differently. No one is going to treat me anything less than what I deserve, and what I deserve is respect, love, all of that, which is what I currently have with my husband. That's why we've been married for over 11 years now. But, so we were only married for, I'd say, about a year actually, we were married less than a year when I said sorry, my phone's across, hold on. Come off of there. We were married, I think less than a year when I decided I wanted a divorce. And I'm going to be completely honest with you. I had just turned 21. So I guess I don't know. Honestly, it's been a long time and I don't dwell on this kind of stuff. So I don't remember like every single detail, the months and all that stuff. I needed to know when I got divorced to get a driver's license in Colorado. I needed all that stuff. And when I was calling to get it, they were like, what month did you get divorced? And I was like, I have no idea. And they were like, when did you get married? And I was like, also can't remember. I mean, that's how much it just is gone, you know. I literally forgave and forgot every single aspect. But yeah, so I turned 21, and for the first time, I went out to a club with my BFF for New Year's Eve. We had never been to a club before. Both of us got married very, very young, fresh out of high school, to older guys. And we didn't get to experience life. You know what I mean? We didn't get to experience all of that stuff. So, anywho, we, yeah, I think I got married around 1920. So, 19 years old, 20 years old, somewhere in there. So we were married less than a year, because I remember thinking we made it to a year married because it took so long for him to quit dicking around with our divorce. He kept coming up with reasons why he wouldn't like sign and all this crap, but I'll get there. Anyways, so we went out, and my ex-husband had always kind of convinced me that if guys showed me any attention, it was because they were trying to sleep with me, and that was the only reason. Nobody wanted to be my friend, anything like that. Like, I was lesser than and not good enough. And you know, I'm gonna be an impartial person, and I'm gonna say I don't know if he did it on purpose, or maybe it was just the way he was raised. And he just didn't know any better, because honestly, his brother is a complete dick as well. So, you know, maybe the apple didn't fall far from the tree. But anyways, so I had that in my head, that if anybody wanted to be my, you know what I mean? Like, I wasn't worthy, but we go out and I just like effortlessly made tons of friends. Not to mention I was in college, or I had recently been in college, and I was just like making friends so easily. And then I dropped out of college and went to beauty school, and I was just making friends so easily. And I just kind of realized one day that there was so much more to life than just doing what some idiot wanted me to do. Like, for my birthday, instead of celebrating my birthday, he would do stuff like plan a trip to like drag races. I didn't want to go. I hated it. But he would like do that on my birthday. Or we would go to like a mud bog on my birthday. Nothing was about me. It was about him and everybody else. Like, true narcissistic behavior, feeling like I had to apologize for everything. Just stuff like that, you know, like red flags everywhere. But I was young and I was dumb and I was a child, and so I didn't understand that this is not how marriage is. This is not how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be 50-50. You're supposed to be a team. You're supposed to be best friends. You're supposed to work together. One thing I will say, I'm so thankful I did not have children with this idiot. And whenever I was married to him, I didn't want kids. I would tell anybody that would listen, I don't want kids. Ew. Okay? And I think it's because God was like, listen, y'all aren't meant to be. This is not my plan for you. Do not procreate with him, because then you will be tied to him forever. And so thankfully we did not have children together. My heart goes out to anyone that has children with someone that they absolutely just have to keep in contact with, but would rather not. So I literally just one night, he was being a complete douche, and I was like, I want a divorce. And I literally said that, looked him dead in his face, and left, and never spoke to him again. I said I wanted a divorce. I went to my mom and dad's. I told my mom. She took me to a lawyer. I filed that. Like, I never spoke to him again. Which, I'm going to be honest, divorce is one of the most terrifying things ever. I am thankful that I was still so young, and my parents, thankfully, were so willing to help me They paid for my lawyer. I never paid a dime. They helped me get an apartment. They helped me with everything. I was a student when I was married, so obviously nothing we had was in my name because I didn't have a job. So my dad, like the car I was driving got repossessed one day because he just stopped paying the note, which didn't affect me at all because my name was not on that thing at all. But I never thought about that, when I left. And then I go to get my car one day and I'm like, my car is gone. And I think I called my mom or something, and she's like, did it somehow, small town rumors, somehow it got around that like my car got repossessed. It was sitting up by the police station. So some friends of ours, me and my BFF, we got divorces at the same time too. We moved in together, and some friends of ours that were cops let us go into the like impound yard thing and get all of my stuff out of the Jeep, and then I would just kind of wash my hands of the deal because, like I said, my name was nowhere on that thing. It didn't affect me in any way, shape, or form. So my dad helped me get a car. My mom and dad helped me get a car, and all of this, which I'm very thankful for, because I can't imagine how terrifying it would be to not have any help whatsoever. And then I can see why people stay in relationships that do not serve them positively, but they have no way out or feel like they have no way out. I sympathize so much, but when I tell you my life, I actually had a life afterwards. If I had stayed married, I would be miserable. I can go ahead and tell you now, I would have been miserable. For now, it would be like 13 and a half years. I would have been miserable all this time. I can't imagine it. I wouldn't have my beautiful kids. And it's crazy because as soon as I met my current husband, we were dating a couple of months and we were already talking about names for kids. And I had never wanted kids, but there was just something about my husband, Lamar, that I was like, yeah, let's have kids. We literally started trying for one before we even got married. And I technically was pregnant the day I got married, but it was like, I was like 2 weeks pregnant, very, very freshly pregnant. I had no idea. I kind of had an idea. Because with both of my pregnancies, like my you know what, I'm not going to talk about, I'm going to do I'm going to do my birth story, so that's fine. Both of my pregnancies, like my lower abdomen, like early on, I would go to like suck in and it was not happening. It was like I had a little like bowling ball right there. And it just felt different. And I just knew both times with my daughter and my son. I just knew before I even took a pregnancy test when I was like 2 weeks pregnant. I just knew because we purposely had each of our children. Like we tried for them, got pregnant like they were planned. But divorce is not easy. It was easier on me, like I said, because I did have such a strong support system. I'm very, very blessed and so thankful for my mom, who never batted an eye when I walked in. I was like, I want a divorce. She was like, okie dokie, because she didn't want me to marry him anyways. She offered me like a large sum of money to not marry him on the day of my wedding or the day before. It's like around there. And I was like, no, I'm in love. I was in love with the idea of getting married and having a wedding. I was not in love with that person. But I filed for divorce, and then came the bullshit. He got in trouble for something that I'm not going to talk about because it's not my business to talk about. And it's been years and years, and I don't want to like drudge up anything if someone that's involved might hear this. So let's just say he got in trouble for something. He had some legal issues that held our divorce back because that was not on the forefront, and that's fine. Because honestly, I moved out, moved in with my BFF, moved on with my life. I just lived life like I was divorced already, to be completely honest. Because as soon as I said I want a divorce, my mindset was, your girl divorced already. I legit got people to come help me move my stuff out of that house into that apartment. And let me tell you what the kicker is, okay? Now, I don't know if he's still married to this current woman. I have no idea. But, all right. So, this girl that he had dated back in the day before we started dating, okay, they kind of grew up in the same area, and he would talk about her from time to time. And she was married to one of our friends, okay? She was married as well, and they had like a gaggle of children, whatever. The day after I moved out of our house, my BFF and I drove by, because like I said, we were still young and immature and stupid, and like we were like private investigators. We had to get the info, we had to get the tea, and something told us to drive by, so we did. And when we did, that fool had that woman and her fucking kids moved into my damn house. Wasn't my house no more, but still, the audacity to move those kids and that woman, I'm refraining from calling her a name because I'm a lady, woman, in what used to be my house the day after I moved out. So y'all spark up a relationship that quickly? Did y'all bump into each other at the grocery store and just spark up a little relationship? Because guess what? Y'all both married. Y'all are both married. And this bitch is moving up in my house. I'm sorry, I had to say it. The audacity. It wasn't the fact that they were together. It was the fact that they didn't even have the decency to pretend like he hadn't been cheating on me with her for however long, because we both know it was happening. Nobody just moves in with a man with her children. Are you kidding me? The nerve of some people. But yeah, when we drove by and they were in the yard, like he was playing catch with her kids in the front yard, and me and my BFF were like we had no words. No words. No words. It was the day after I moved out. We had barely filed for divorce. Barely. And Arkansas is one of those states, because that's where I got married, and that's where I filed for divorce, where it takes 30 days, wham, bam, you're divorced. But no, he kept bringing up stuff and wouldn't sign the papers. Wouldn't sign the papers. Wouldn't sign the papers. Just all this crap. And you want to know the crazy thing? I wasn't asking for anything. I should have gotten half the money in our savings account. I did not get a penny. I should have gotten half the money in our checking account. I didn't get a penny. I should have made money off the sale of our house. Didn't make a penny. I didn't want anything. I literally wanted my maiden last name back. I wanted to not be associated with him, and I wanted to not be married anymore. And it took, I think it took around 6 months for me to get my divorce to be finalized. Like 3 to 6 months, somewhere in there. It was months. It was way longer than 30 days. Like my BFF, her filed for divorce 30 days later, wham, bam, she was done. And here I am just like, can I please just have a divorce? Because I'm trying to get back in the dating scene and stuff. Now, I wasn't looking for anything serious, because for a long time, I even met my current husband during this period, and he tried to take me on a date, and I was like, I ain't looking, no, thank you. I was not looking for a boyfriend. I was not looking for a relationship. And something told me not to go out with him. And I'm glad I didn't, because I probably would have ruined it, because I was just jumping from I'd go on a couple of dates with this guy, go on a couple of dates with this guy, go to the movies with this dude, go to a party with this guy. I mean, I wasn't sleeping around, but I was not trying to settle down in a relationship. I was just no. I spent way too many years dating this idiot, because when we were in high school and we were dating, I should have never married him. But anyways, I'm going to tell you this just in case you're in the same situation and you're watching this or whatever. You don't make these mistakes. I should have never married him because when I was in high school and he was already graduated high school, this fool would call me on like a Friday afternoon, tell me we needed to be on a break, go out that weekend, sleep around, do whatever he wanted to with whoever he wanted to, and then call me Sunday night and be talking about how he wanted to get back together. And I had such low self-esteem and thought I could not do any better that I would just be like, I would take him back. I remember crying like for the entire weekend because he wanted to be on a break and he didn't want to date me anymore. And I was so upset and so distraught. And he did this so many different times. And that's just what I know of. Okay? To be young and dumb, you know? Like, hindsight, wow, it really is something. Because, like, if I could go back in time, but, listen, if I could go back in time, I would not tell myself anything. I wouldn't change a thing because everything that happened led me to where I am right now. And for that, I am very thankful because I am in a very happy, solid marriage. I have 2 healthy, beautiful kids. I am very, very happy. So I would not change anything and I would not warn myself of anything. But boy, would it be hard not to punch him square in his stupid face. So, and my kids do know that or my daughter does, my husband, not my husband. You know what though is funny? I've never said my ex-husband's name to my husband. He knows, I'm pretty sure he knows his name, and obviously he knows what his last name is, because that was my last name for a while, so it is on documents and crap. But I don't think I've ever said his first name to him one time, and I refuse to let it come out of my mouth now. I will say that it is so funny. Karma, I don't really believe in karma. I believe that, you know, God handles things in his own way, not necessarily karma, but earlier I mentioned I don't know if he's still married to this woman because they did eventually get married. Like right after our divorce was finalized, he did marry this woman that he moved up into my house. They have a child together. But the reason why I say I don't know if they're married is because he will periodically add me on social media, to which I will instantly accept his stuff because I don't have anything to hide. Please, by all means, see how happy I am. Like that's the best way to win, is like for him to see how amazing my life is. I'm great, you know? But then he will all of a sudden unfollow me, and then I'm like, okay, cool. And then half the time I don't even notice that he's unfollowed me, you know what I mean? Until I get a message and he's like, you know, blah, 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 how are you? Because we had a dog together, and like he has recently one time sent me a message, I think on Facebook, asking me how she was. She was doing all right at the time. She has passed now. Gracie has passed. But then not too long ago, he sent me a message on Instagram and just was like, I just wanted to apologize for how crappy I was. And I'm like, okay. Bro, do you think I think about that on a daily basis? No. I am so busy with all of my everything I have going on. Sometimes I forget I was even married to begin with. Like I was like married before. I don't remember what it was. It's like a questionnaire or something. And I don't remember where I was or what I was filling out. But that like previous marriages was something that needed to be on there, and I was like, nope. And then I was like, oh wait, shit. I forget, you know what I mean? Because it was so long ago, and it was like such a short blip actually being married we dated for many years, and I wasted tons of years on that fool and took him to prom. Isn't that the worst, though? I feel like so many people are like, I dated this complete a-hole, and I went to prom with him, and now all my prom pictures have them in it. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, that is my divorce. In a nutshell. Wasn't married very long, got married too young. And then the day after I moved out, he moved his now maybe wife in my house. Like I said, I don't know if they're still married or not. I have no idea. But yeah, so if I had some tips for anyone, it would be one, if he will cheat with you, he will cheat on you. Okay? So, what is it? Like, I think it's on TikTok where there's like this girl that made this TikTok where it's like when he says he's married and then it like, I think it's a Black Eyed Peas song and it's like bring the action and she's all like, ew. That's all I want to say. Have some class. Have some respect for yourself and have respect for other women. Putting a TikTok out there saying like, ooh, married men, yes, disgusting. She should be ashamed of herself. She should be very embarrassed that she even put that on the internet. Ew. Okay, ew. Married men, no. Because even if he is willing to cheat with you, what, you think he's going to leave his, you think you're going to get him to leave his wife? No, you're just going to be some side piece of tail. And if he does leave his wife, you want to be with that long term? Like, you want to be with that? You think you're the magical vagina that's going to get him to not have a wandering eye? Because I seriously doubt it. You know what I mean? No. It's not cute. So, don't. Now, if you meet a dude and he doesn't disclose that he's married, and then after you've already been seeing each other, then you find out, that's not your fault. He was shady and he didn't give you the full truth. But if you know a man is married and you are seeing him, no. Stop it. Cut it off for yourself, for his wife, for him. Stop. I don't care how much you think you're in love. Like, stop that. 2, if you're going through a divorce or if you want to get a divorce and you just don't know what to do, I can guarantee you there's got to be someone in your life that is willing to help you in any way that they can. If you need support, you can always slip me a DM over on Instagram, and as long as it doesn't start off with the words, anything vulgar or, hey, I think you'd be perfect for this, I will probably read it. But like, I am here for you if you need help or if you need support or you just need a shoulder to cry on or a person to talk to. Divorce is not easy, and I've seen people go through divorces that are night and day compared to mine. Mine was actually easy. It was frustrating, but I was the one that wanted the divorce. So, I mean, I feel like that's the easiest part when you're the one that wants it, when you don't have kids involved. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I love you guys, and I will see you guys next time. And again, if you have any topics you want me to cover or talk about, leave them in the comments down below, just like this girl did, and why I'm filming this. So, I love you. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.